Everything we do in our church as we follow Jesus the Nazarene should have a biblical basis. The idea of assembly has been around a long time, 3,400 years in fact. It's a very biblical word, mentioned 161 times throughout Scripture. The assembly represents the people of God gathered. The first assembly mentioned in Scripture is during the Passover. The Passover was to be a festival to the Lord. In it, God called for a sacred assembly. In Leviticus, the assembly was a place for confession of sin. When God's people became aware of their sin, the entire assembly, broken in spirit, would confess and sacrifice. Confession, cleansing from sin, happened in the assembly. The assembly was a place where ordination happened. Aaron was ordained. Aaron's sons were ordained, set apart for sacred service as spiritual leaders serving God's people. This all happened in the assembly. The assembly was the place where the glory of God was talked about, where God's glory was sought. Leviticus 9:5 tells us, "And the entire assembly came near and stood before the Lord. Then Moses said, 'This is what the Lord has commanded you to do, so the glory of the Lord may appear to you.'" The principles that drive our assembly have these same deep spiritual roots. We gather to recover these roots. We invite you to come. Welcome to the assembly.